The first concert I ever went to in my life, I got the courage to ask this sister named Cynthia to go to the concert with me. And we went to see Sly. And it was an experience. First thing was, the Negro's late. So I'm sitting there with Cynthia trying to get my conversation together. And we waiting on him to show up. Hour and a half. Where is Sly and the Family Stone? It's Memorial Auditorium, Sacramento. But then he showed up and they gave a concert that was unbelievable. Because he would give of himself. Love that. That's part of rich tradition. Give of himself. You see. That's what soul music at its deepest level is. Do you have enough love and talent inside of you to put your soul on the table and allow others to partake in it so that that soulfulness becomes the sharing of a soothing sweetness against the backdrop of the catastrophic circumstances of your life? Because there's no jazz without blues, right? Blues is the autobiographical chronicle of a personal catastrophe expressed lyrically and endured with grace and dignity. Right? Nobody loves me but my mama, and she might be jiving too. That's catastrophic. That's the blues. That's Sly's roots. And he found his voice. It wasn't an echo. That's a hard thing to do. And that's what black people at our best, that's what we about. That's what our national anthem is. Lift every voice. Jazz is about finding your voice. The blues is about expressing your voice. What is it about voice? It's a democratic starting point. When you lift your voice and the voice is heard in decision-making processes, you can shape your destiny. The lack of democracy, lack of voice. It's quite interesting that victims of American democracy become the major creators of symbolic action of a democratic sort. Because that's what voices are. That's what spirituals were, right? The Africans were enslaved for 244 years, and the only thing we had control over are voices. No land, no rights, no territory, nothing whatsoever. All we had was voices in our bodies. And our bodies being, degraded, labor exploited, humanity demeaned and devalued. All we do is hold hands in a ring shout at night on the side of the creek and lift your voice and sing spirituals. And you got levels of musical genius coming out of a non-literate people, non-literate because they had no right to learn how to read and write in colonial America and in the USA for over 60-some years. So that centrality of voice, that's what you hear in Sly. You see, that centrality of voice. Larry Graham vocalizing the bass. And of course, Cynthia Robinson from Sacramento, that's my time. Vocalizing the European instrument, the trumpet and so forth. That's part of the great tradition. But Sly, in so many ways, is the vanguard of that kind of profound soulfulness that connects a love ethic to a musical genius that allows our souls to be stirred and allows our minds to be expanded. I can't imagine my life without Sly Stone. No way. No way. Everyday people is a integral element of every speech I give. The dignity and sanctity of everyday people. Those James Cleveland called ordinary people. How do they muster the courage to lift their voices in such a way that they can shape their destiny? How do they forge some sense of who they are in the face of hatred and thereby not succumb to that kind of hatred? How are they treated indecently and teach America the meaning of decency? How are they treated anti-democratically and teach America the meaning of democracy? Like Douglass, like Martin King, like Louis Armstrong, like Sly Stone. And Sly created a music that became a place where we could go and have a foretaste of that freedom, of that democratic experience. Even though we couldn't live it on the ground, because white supremacy still operates. In that music, we could find it, you see. So we created that space. Now, of course, George Clinton got the mothership. He'll take you there. Sly took us to places where, in the real world, we knew we couldn't go. You see, so let's say you living on the vanilla side of town, I'm on the chocolate side of town. We listen to Sly. We in the same place. But that Friday night, we ain't dancing in the same club.